What's up guys, it's Patchy and this is another little tutorial for FIFA 15. Today I'm showing you how to do the advanced shooting gold and skill level challenges. So for the gold one, which is this one, you have to head into the net and you can hit targets as well. For each target you hit, I think you get about 5,000 points. So you need 10,000 points altogether, so if you hit the targets like twice, you're good to go. So to actually do this is actually pretty difficult if you don't really know how to head or sort of jostle in the air. I know that sounds a bit odd, but it does sort of affect some people. That sounds like a premature ejaculation advert. So yeah, the way that I did this was powering up my header well in advance. You'll see that I powered up to about half to sort of about 3/4. That was enough to actually hit the targets because it does need to be high enough, which is obviously achieved through more power. So that's one way of doing it. You also need to use the left stick and sort of flick it left and right. So power up your headers early to about 3/4 full and flick the left stick left and right to sort of jostle and jump early. So that should be you done on that one. I just realized as well, you should use someone with good jumping and sort of heading accuracy on the other one. I use Ronaldo. I think I use Ronaldo for both of these ones. So yeah, this is the skill level challenge, which is the final level of the advanced shooting. It's not so much about how you score the goals and everything. Like I just did this very basic sort of pass across to my teammates. Just scored fairly simple goals. I didn't really do anything crazy like different skill moves and everything. I did that just so that you could see that you don't have to be crazy good at doing all that fancy stuff. You can just do it with simple goals. So yeah, the way that I did this was not so much about how I scored the goals, like I said. It was more about figuring out just what the keeper and stuff do. That was a nice little goal there. And once I sort of knew what they could do, I realised that I sort of needed to manage my time better. Because the thing with a challenge that's this long, you can sort of go for like 3 minutes and not really know if you're going to complete it or not. You obviously need 50,000 points, and you can get to like 3 minutes in, waste all that time, and then realise that you've only got 30,000 points. So the way that I sort of combated that frustration and such like, that's what I found the sort of biggest problem with this one to be, was working out that you need 12,500 points per minute. I know that's fairly just simple maths, but if you sort of break it down into chunks, then you can sort of realize if you've fucked up earlier. So you can like quit after a minute if you realize that you're really not going to do it in 4 minutes. So make sure you've got like 12,500 points at 1 minute, over 25,000 points at the second, and so on and so forth, and it'll save yourself a bit of a headache. It just sort of cut down the time. I know that sounds a bit of a weird thing, but if you look at it from that point of view, it makes it a lot easier rather than looking at the sort of 50,000 for 4 minutes, which is kind of hard to judge if you're going to just sort of go by playing it. So that's the way that I did it. It sounds a bit odd, but I'm sure if you try it, you'll notice it's a lot easier doing it that way. So hopefully these help you complete these levels. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you leave a like, I would much appreciate it. And I'll see y'all soon.